What's up, everyone? Welcome to Heroes Avenue. My name is Darren, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler, a spoiler review of Batman Hush because I watched it over at San Diego Comic Con. I did not do a review there, but I'm going to do it now because I have time. And yeah, so if you guys do plan on watching this movie, and you guys don't want to know anything about the movie, definitely watch it first and then come back to this video after, and then we could talk about it together. All right, so I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. Think about it. All right, if you're still here, I'm gonna be totally spoiler zoned out because man, this movie has so much good things and also so many things that it strayed away from the comics, straight away from the comic books. And I mean, you should not base a movie on what you want it to be. You should base it off of its merits. So I'm gonna just do that. And honestly, the movie was a solid B to me. I think it was a good movie. It had really great action. It had a really great story points, character points as well. Had a good arc as well, especially for Batwoman, Catwoman, yeah, Catwoman and Batman. But it really just focused on their relationship. I mean, they could have just called this Batman and Catwoman. Like it had pretty much Hush was pretty much you couldn't really see. He wasn't really in the movie. He was in the movie just a few points. I mean, he would cut through here and there, but man, he was not really there. It really just focused on Batman or Bruce Wayne's personal life, and if he could build a life outside of it, from being Batman. And we learned that he cannot because who he is as Batman. He has his rules. He has these rules that he goes by because he won't kill people, and he will never cross that line, and Catwoman will. And so that's where their differences clash, and it will never work out. I mean, we see in the comic books that they go all the way up to marriage, but yeah, for them in this movie, it doesn't work out for them. I mean, the journey is really nice. It's really good to see Bruce Wayne get that happiness that he deserves. But at the end, it's really sad to see him broken, and you really see his character be happy, and it's different for a lot of us fans seeing Bruce Wayne that way and finding love. But despite that, there's this other villain that's trying to kill Batman, and and they spinned it off, and it wasn't Thomas Elliot. In the comic books, it was Thomas Elliot who was Hush, in disguise, and it was not the Riddler. So if you guys watch the movie, the Riddler is Hush, and that, like, I was like, wait, what? And in the movie, I'm trying to base it off of its merits. In the movie, they played Thomas Elliot as if he's going to be the villain, and they switched it. Like, there was a point where Thomas Elliot visited Bruce Wayne in the hospital because Bruce Wayne, Batman, he fell down from like 100 feet below, and the cost him to go to the hospital. And then Thomas Elliot went to go help him, or went to go visit him at the hospital because he's a surgeon. And when he left the room, he kind of smirked, like, "Oh, I planned this." And so we see that, and we as comic book fans, we were like, "Oh yeah," because he's smirking because he's Hush. But we find out that it had nothing to do with that, and they really made it seem like he was the villain, and Riddler ended up being Hush. And the way Riddler came about, like, it wasn't like an overarching villain that was like had this master plan. It was pretty much Riddler. He just wanted to prove his villainous. Like, he didn't want to be a C-level villain, and he wanted to prove everyone wrong, which is a stupid play, dumb play, stupid motivation. I did not like it at all. They should have just stuck with the plan, made Thomas Elliot the villain, and get his and because Thomas Elliot is supposed to be like, he's psychotic in the comic books, right? And so he hates Bruce Wayne, and they should have explored that and should have had that surprise at the end, also showing his dead body in this cartoon animated movie. They showed his dead body, and they should have revealed that it was still him at the end. That would have been so nuts for everyone that did not watch that did not read the comic books, and they totally missed the ball. And they did a great job with exploring other showing other villains, like Clayface, Joker, Poison Ivy. They did a great job with that. And I think everything was great all the way leading up to the third act, where you had that final battle, and Hush reveals himself, and it was the Riddler the entire time with a giant question mark on his head, and he told his whole motivation behind it, and it was just. I was just sitting there. I was like, okay, there has to be more. This is not it. Hush is known to being unpredictable, and when you think you have the person that is Hush, it's not him. Like we when we were reading the comic books, we thought Jason Todd was Hush, but we find out that's not even Hush, and so it was actually Thomas Elliot at the end, and so it's Hush he just plays mind games with you. So man, I was just so disappointed up to that point. So I gave it a solid B because you are entertained throughout the whole entire thing. But if you guys are a fan of of the comic book, you will definitely be disappointed because it does not pay off at the end. But yeah, those are my thoughts. If you guys watch this, because I know this movie is now released. If you guys have watched it at this point of the video, let me know in the comments below. And if you guys read the comic book and watched the movie, let me know if you guys feel the same way as me. If you guys are let down, or if you guys are open to this new interpretation with the Riddler as Hush. So let me know in the comments below. Like this video, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.